Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we're still in our series of handmade Christmas gift ideas, and this one is using the classic Christmas again. As I said, we're doing most of the projects with the classic Christmas to show you that you can make lots and lots of things. We're going to end up with 24 different projects, and we've just used this, and you can see there's still lots of it left. I'm using the lovely Sahara sand, which allows for it to have sort of a very elegant, almost vintage feel. And we're going to do a very simple thing, which is to wrap a chocolate bar. Now, this is one of the little chocolate bars that you can get from a lot of the supermarkets and things. And this measures, let me see on the measurement, it is 4 and just under 4.5 by 2 inches. So it's quite a small one, but you could probably get any one that is not sort of over about 5 inches, because we're using this one sheet of designer series paper. Now, I have already, as you can probably see, hopefully, just taken the new Curvy dies, and the nice thing about these is that they are 6 inches in length, which means that you can very simply, so this is the one that we used, you can very simply take it right the way across a piece of 6 by 6, which is fantastic. It means that you can do something like this in one pass, which is always great. So what I've done is I've die cut the top and the bottom. Now you need to remember, if you want your pattern below, you need to die cut it with the cutting edge above what you want left over. Okay, and then on the other way round you reverse it. So you put it in on this way, and then you have your pattern where you want it on the top. Okay, so that's the Curvy dies. I really like these. They add such a pretty element to things, and being curvy, they just add, you know, something that's a little bit different. So let me put those out of the way because we don't want them at the moment. I've cut a little sentiment, and I've used the gift wrapped, which again I'm really enjoying using. It comes with a coordinating punch for punching all your bows out for present making, but it's got this lovely little sentiment wrapped especially for you. So if you're doing a chocolate wrap, which is what we're doing today, it's perfect because it's wrapped especially for you. And I've just stamped it in the Sahara sand, and then die cutting using the stitched shapes, and it is the second or third largest down. Let me have a look so I can tell you exactly which one it is. I use these again and again and again. I just hope that they will never be retired because they're lovely. It is the third. So the third circle down, and I've just put a little circle so that it's got especially wrapped for you. And I thought, as it's a chocolate wrap, that would work quite well. Okay, so very simple for a chocolate wrap, and I'm sure you've done quite a few of these before. You literally need to put your chocolate bar in. Now, if I put it right down here, yeah, that'll probably work. I'm just wanting to make sure that I have the sort of curve part in over the top. So what I tend to do is to just sort of bend the fibres a little bit to start off with anyway. So if you just sort of ease them, because I want it to come sort of fairly flat. So I'm just sort of easing it to start off with, to just take it round to see Yes, that's going to look beautiful. Okay, so we need to put some glue down on here, and I've got the Stamping Seal Plus, which is quite good. You can use tear and tape, but what you need to do is you need to have a line of it running down on the top like this, and a line of it running down on the top like this. Now what I tend to do as well is to just do where these sort of side pieces are, I tend to run a couple more pieces down there because I want it to be stuck in quite well. And then I'm going to put just some in on here underneath, because as I say, I want it to attach firmly. I don't want sort of gapey bits coming in, and particularly as we're using the curve, it's not going to be completely straight. So put as much glue as you want in on there, and then you are going to put your chocolate bar, whichever way you want, in on here. Now if I take it to the bottom, I don't know whether I'm going to take it to the top because I think I want more of the curve in there, or I might take it from the bottom. Oh, dither, dither, dither. Okay, I'm going to take it. Yeah, I'm going to take it here in on this bit. Okay, so just put your chocolate bar in. And to be quite honest, it doesn't really matter where you're doing it. All you want to do is to make sure that as you fold it, you try and get it as tight as you can. So just folding it round as tightly as you can and taking it in on here. And then you have a really rather pretty curvy piece that comes at the top of the bottom of your chocolate bar. Okay, so we need to then just make it really pretty. Now, I really like, and I've used it a lot, is the scalloped lace ribbon. It is absolutely beautiful, and we're going to make this a very pretty little one. So I've done this before, but it's a very simple way of making a fancy piece around. So we're going to put some of the glue or the Seal Plus. You could do it with wet glue. It does take a little bit longer, so I would use a tear and tape, or as I say, the Seal Plus. And you want a reasonable amount just sort of coming round all the way round on here like that. Okay, then you're going to take your ribbon, and you can start wherever you want. I tend to start not, so I'm going to start it about halfway round like this, and what you're going to do is you're going to put it in and then just give it a little bit of a curl, so a little sort of fold, and then press that fold piece in. Okay, and then take it round, and you're going to do the same all the way round. It's quite a simple thing to do. You just need to make sure that you've got enough glue on there to basically stick it round. And because we're going in a circle, but this glue is not the greatest to do it with, but we'll persevere with it because I think it'll work in the end. So I'm just taking it round. You can see some pieces are falling out a bit, but that doesn't matter. Once we've actually got the amount that we want all the way round, we can just put those pieces back in again. So when you get to your end piece, just allow a little bit over and cut it on a full scallop. So I'm just going to take my scissors and just take that here on a full scallop. Okay, so we can take this round, and then this piece is going to come in just underneath like that. And then we can take this piece back in there like that, so that it just tucks in from each other. Say tear and tape is probably a little bit better, although as I say, I think this will work. I might just have to add a little bit more glue onto it, because sometimes it doesn't seem to stick as well as it should do. Just tuck it in round on here. We're almost round. And then this is the piece that we just need to take in and fold that bit in on itself. Okay, so you've got your, come on little one, to make sure that I've got it in on a, it's probably because I haven't got quite enough glue in on here, and it's just not sticking to where it should do. So that will work. Okay, then you are going to, and this is where I will add some wet glue in on here, because as I say, this, although the Stamp and Seal is quite good, it's not the best, shall we say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue in here on the center, and where the glue is round the side from the seal, with a bit of luck, that should stick. So let's have a look and see. So we'll take it in, and we're going to put this straight in on the top like that. Make sure that it is straight, and then we can press it down. And hopefully that is going to, yes it is, that's going to stick in quite nicely. Okay, so we've got our lovely little sort of lacy bit coming round on there, and then just to finish it off, I would do, because we've got the scallops on here, I'm going to put some, do I want it facing up or facing down? I think probably facing down actually. So I'm going to take the ribbon around on here, and we want that amount. So again, just take it where on a whole scallop, and again I'm just going to take the glue from here and just add some little bits down. Is that sticking on there? Don't think it is actually. Okay, I'm going to just put some in on here then. It's probably the easiest way of doing it. So we can take like this, and then we're going to put our ribbon in down on here. We'll start it from the seam, then we know that our seam is going to be covered, and then we can just take it round. Make sure we've got it where it needs to be a bit higher than that, doesn't it? So let's just put it where, over the top where the glue is. And just bring it round. You could do it with some glue dots if you wanted to. You just need to make sure that you've got it round and tucked in behind. So you've got your ribbon in on there, which again makes that look very pretty. And then we can do another one in along on the bottom, like this. So it's very sort of vintagey, and in fact we could probably take a bow on this piece. Let's see if we can wrap it round and make it into a bow, because I think that that will look quite pretty. So let's take about that amount. I always cut it at the end of a scallop, and we can then just make a pretty lace bow. So this is a very sort of vintage feel on it, but as I say, is very very girly and very pretty, and just makes an ordinary piece of chocolate just a little bit more special. So tie that in that's a pretty good bow actually. Tie it in there. So you've got a very sort of lacy vintage feel on that, and you know, you've got the lovely lace coming round the sides and the lace on the top. So I hope you've enjoyed that one. Another very simple idea to just make something which starts off as a very plain and ordinary into something a little bit more fancy. So thank you so much as always for watching me. Please stay safe and well and be kind. Bye-bye.